Welcome to another session of 3 questions about social media. I'm here with William Buist, a business mentor and founder of First Friday, the networking meeting where we're here at Vapiano. Thank you for making time and talking about how you are using social media. William, what is the most effective and impactful social media platform that you are using for your business?
Well, I use 3, Max, and thank you for inviting me to take part in this. It's a pleasure. I use Facebook, mostly to talk to my close network, people that I know well, people that know me well, my clients, some of them, and my friends and family. I use LinkedIn as a way of reaching out to a wider network of business people. And I use Twitter for more social conversation, short, sharp in interventions in debates, in conversations, and just keeping up with what's going on.
And what type of posts do you publish? Is it images, just text, video, whatever?
So a little bit of all 3. The majority of what I do is text-based. I'm a writer. I enjoy writing. I like to do my thinking while I'm writing. So some of what I post is thought pieces that are well thought through. Others are where I'm right at the beginning of the thinking and just positing an idea and letting people comment on it. I'm a bit of an amateur photographer, so I post some images from that, again, just to share what I'm up to, and occasionally some video, perhaps where I'm thinking about conversations like this with other people, or sometimes monologue to camera where I'm just sharing some views and thinking about those things. But video is a small part at the moment. I want to make it a bigger part, but that's for the future.
Why is it still a small part? Obviously, I have to ask these questions.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I understand that. I think there's 2 things. It's partly my lack of familiarity with the equipment. That's becoming something that I'm more familiar with over time, just because I'm doing some. That's helped me get that. And the second thing is editing and those kinds of things, where I don't feel comfortable that I'm that good at it. It's not my skill. And so, I'm looking for some help and advice and guidance around that, I guess.
Yeah, I think I might know somewhere where you can find some more information. Just for our viewers who may also think about doing videos or, text is your type, what do you use as a camera?
So I use my iPhone. I've got an iPhone X, which there's a great camera in it.
Yes.
But I've also got a Canon DSLR, which will do video too. So if I'm doing video in the office, then I tend to use the Canon. But if I'm just out and about and have an idea that I want to capture, then I use the iPhone. Okay.
Well, we are shooting this whole series now on my Samsung Galaxy S7, so you don't need to have a very sophisticated professional camera. The smartphone today is now more than enough, but enough technology. We want to go back to social media. What are your 3 top tips for people who want to use or want to be more prolific on social media?
I think the first is not to sweat it. If you've got a thought or an idea, something to share, just get it out there, and don't worry if you think, what will people think of it? Some people will think it's great, some people will think it's not, and that's true however good you are. It'll always be true.
Yes.
So just getting some thoughts out there and inviting other people to join in a conversation, and that's the second thing, I think, is to be conversational. Try to engage not in a lot of statements or thoughts that are closed, but to invite comment and invite questions and ask questions about what people are thinking.
Would any particular platform be more conducive to conversations than others, or do you find they're all equally responsive?
I think they're all different. Twitter is a very short form. You can't write a long essay on Twitter. It's 280 characters. Actually, I preferred it when it was 140, to be honest. That brevity is really important. So you've got a chance there just to ask a question or just to make a very brief statement of what you think. LinkedIn lets you do a bit more, write a longer piece. And there I think you need to take a little bit more time to think about who are you writing it for, what do you want them to do when they read it. I think if you can answer that question, when somebody reads this, I want them to look at my website, I want them to post a reply, I want them to ask me a question. If you know which of those it is, you'll write in a way that gets that. Facebook, I think, is much of a mixture between the two, some long form, some short, but always that view of what do I want my reader to do, and then designing the post or the picture or the. Can I give you an example? I posted this morning. I was coming up to London. The sunrise as I was on the train was just beautiful, so I just took a picture of it out the train window. There's reflections. It's not a good picture. There's reflections of the lights in the carriage. There's also, but you get a flavour of it. And I just posted with the comment, "Sometimes travelling is a joy," and that's had a lot of likes today. Not many comments, but all I wanted was people to share a bit of the enjoyment I'd had at the sunrise this morning. That was it.
Absolutely, yeah. I posted a picture of a tree trunk in Hyde Park the other day, which was wonderful. But what comes across to me primarily also is you're not really posting about I want to say this, therefore I want to say it, but really you want to talk to the person, to the person who's reading it, rather than me just wanting to say something. I want to have a conversation, so I formulate it always with the other person in mind.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, I use social media because I run a business, because I want to attract people who are looking for a business mentor that I can help with. That's why I do it. But I can't do that just by selling that service.
Yes.
People have to know me and know that, they either like me or they don't. And if they like me, they'll start to have a conversation. Well, why don't we start that conversation in a very gentle way by commenting on a post or that kind of thing? It's not about selling. This is about getting to know people and being their friend and being somebody that they can trust. And that's what I use social media for.
And finally, the bonus question, which is largely also for our viewers. If people want to get in touch with you through social media, for instance, what's the best way to contact you?
So the real advantage of having an unusual name is that if you look me up, you will find me. So it's William Buist, it's Buist. Just Google that, you'll get my stuff at the top of the list. And get in touch, give me a call, the number's published widely. Just drop me an email at william@williambuist.com or on any of the sites. Join in the conversation, I'd love to talk to you.
William, thank you very much for your time, and now let's get back to networking.
A pleasure. Great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, William.